Hello, good morning. It's Dr. Nardone. Today is Thursday, today is Wednesday, October 28th, and it is about 11 a.m. in the morning. Today's topic is on beating COVID fatigue. Yes, trust me, I know all about it. This is my new getup that I have to wear every day when I see patients face to face. So I am well aware of COVID fatigue. It is very impersonal and is very tiring. But I'm alone in my office right now, so I can take these off. Today, I want to discuss some new data that's been coming out across the country. We all recognize that there's an uptick in cases. Unfortunately, these COVID cases seems to be more prevalent in the ages of 20 and 30-year-old people. And they're attributed to small gatherings or larger than small gatherings, whereby the participants are not wearing masks, they're not socially distanced, and they're not following COVID-19 guidelines and precautions. They're calling it actually the new friends and family. And I'm not talking about a retail friends and families sale. I am talking about behavior in a pandemic that is creating escalation in illnesses, cases, and even deaths. I think it's not only unacceptable, but it's also preventable behavior. Each and every one of us has to recognize that our individual decisions and behaviors can impact and do in fact impact the lives of others, especially in a pandemic, whether it's the livelihood of a person, their job, whether it's their ability to have in-person learning and education, whether it's their health, whether it's a life and death situation. So, on a more positive note, I want to give you some strategies on how to cope a little bit with COVID-19 fatigue going forward in these colder months ahead. You've all heard the Riot Act. You've all heard about the wearing of masks. You've heard that ad nauseum, okay? But it should be a clean mask. So make sure you wear a clean mask and make sure you wear it properly. That's number one. And make sure it's a proper mask. Number two, wash your hands. I don't only say wash your hands, but if your elbows and your lower arms are exposed, you might be leaning on counters or in other areas, and I would encourage you to wash your hands in those areas as well. Of course, keep at least 6 feet apart, if not more than 6 feet if possible. Avoid crowded places and larger gatherings. Of course, if you're sick, you don't go to work, you don't go to school, you stay home. And that is no longer frowned upon and should be top of mind if you know you don't feel well. But then I also want to remind you of ways to boost your immunity in these colder months ahead. Number one, continue to take your vitamin D and continue to get lots of your antioxidants, whether it's in your diet or your teas or whatever. Green leafy vegetables as well as bright fruits and vegetables are loaded with antioxidants, so continue to eat a healthy diet filled with those components. There's very good data that suggests exercise doesn't in fact increase immune system and our ability to cope with stress and anxiety. So if you're not able to run and bike and be outside walking or playing golf now with these colder months ahead, commit yourself to some indoor exercise program or activity. Perhaps you can commandeer a friend, and if you have a commitment to do so, you're more inclined to keep that commitment. Very important. Also, get restful sleep. Try to avoid watching disturbing TV shows or programs on your computer that may be upsetting and give you stressful sleep or interrupted sleep. It's very important to have restful sleep, peaceful sleep. I encourage everyone to get their flu shots. There's plenty of programs out there offering them for free. At least we have a vaccination already established against influenza, so that's one less virus you may have to worry about this winter if you get your vaccine. And last but not least, I encourage you to keep your faith greater than your fears. We will have a vaccine. We will have therapeutics. We will prevail over this virus, but each and every one of us has to do our share. Happy Halloween. Be creative. Reinvent yourself in a small, creative way in Halloween. Stay healthy, stay safe, and God bless.